Hello and welcome back. I, of course, am Duke Silver, and today I have a Sad Dracula game for you. I think a lot of people are really low on Sad Dracula as a hero, but I think it's a very solid mid-tier hero. Like, some people like to say that going first only matters half the time, like the hero power is only active half the time, but I feel like people underestimate just how important it is to attack first in a lot of comps, specifically Slay, which obviously Sad Dracula is very conducive towards building a Slay comp. Yeah, but actually, let me know what you think of Sad Dracula in the comments. I'm actually curious. All right, onto the game here. Okay, so we just get kind of wrecked by some eggs. That always feels kind of bad early in the game. But yeah, so we get a nice little 3.0 shop here. Scaling this mummy is obviously very powerful with Sad Dracula's ability, and 4 power should be able to slay on 3.0. Generally it's like 50-50 because players could be playing lonely princes like flipped frogs and whatnot. But yeah, we win this combat, so that's good, and we get the scaling onto the wretched mummy here. Gonna put a little extra power on it to make sure it slays again. Taking out that brave princess is nice, but this donkey is quite large, but we do win this combat as well. So I've already got like a full evil board. I'm basically just like rolling to find other evil units, really hoping for like a Queen of Hearts. This triple is really nice. Bounty board is especially good on Sad Dracula, and with the golden cut purse now, like we can generate a fair amount of economy with these slays, which I do slide the cut purse over to slot 1. At 3.2, it's at 7 power. It should still be slaying. There's at least a good chance. So getting 3 gold off of that slay is nice. And we do lock that shop that had the Queen of Hearts and a pair of evil witches. I'm gonna put the mummy back in first to try and scale that up more. With the worm root in the shop, I'm gonna buff that up a little bit and have it just keep growing. And now generating me some econ with the bounty board. Also, with a reasonably sized unit already, this River Wish Mermaid helps a lot with the bounty board. Just trying to figure out what the best configuration here is. Like, Queen of Hearts is obviously quite good, but trying to figure out exactly how important scaling this Water Wraith is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Queen of Hearts. And the Water Wraith here is actually pretty decent size already, so getting it in front of the River Wish Mermaid is really nice. Just more bounty board slays, more scaling. I'm gonna pick up a pair of River Wish here. If we can triple this River Wish and get a Horn of Olympus, then that's very good. Getting the pair of pairing up all these 3s is pretty good too, because we definitely don't mind getting a Bad Moon or say a Cloak. The comp gets kind of dismantled here by spells and this very strong Geppetto at this stage in the game. All right, Sting is actually very valuable as well on Sad Drac, just because like getting that slay off on in your first slot is just really good. Also, it allows me to put a Medusa in slot 1 and have it slay without having to buff up its stats, so I can leave the River Wish Mermaid there. Speaking of, I pick one up here. Honestly, I think Medusa might be one of the most important units to get on Sad Drac. It just like, as you scale it, it becomes such an important piece of like a slay comp because it's gonna slay anything it hits. Whereas if you miss a couple slays, then Something that like needs to keep scaling might fall off, and then you fall behind on your slay comp. Get a Baba Yaga nice and early. That's always nice. That's gonna really let this bounty board do some work. And there's a Lancelot. And we got it already at 22 power. If it gets one slay, then next turn it's gonna proc and hopefully get us an Evil Eye. And while Queen of Hearts is still pretty strong on the board, it's not going to be good for very much longer, so I'm fine with selling it there to pair up another 3. Although Black Prism Celestial Tiger kind of ruins us, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep picking up pairs here. I'll sell out of a 3 pair because the Baba's obviously much more important. Now I kind of want to take staff here. I mean, I've got a couple 3s that I do still want to triple, but taking staff on Slay is really good because you can find more Baba Yagas and River Wish Mermaids and Jormungand's once you get to 6 and whatnot. But I feel like I'm starting to fall behind in the lobby, so just taking the +15 here like makes me hopefully strong enough to survive the next fight, or next couple of fights rather, while I get my Slay treasures online. Or we get the Slay with Lance finally, and it procs, of course. We're gonna lose this one. So down to 4 is a bit sketchy. We can definitely get rid of this sting now. Lance is big enough to slay on its own. Or the Medusa, which I'm gonna put in slot 1 here. And also I've got a lot of money to work with, so we should be able to improve our board significantly this turn. Definitely not going to pass 26, 24 shoulder fairies here. Those are big, and they're going to get as big as my Slay units are. So getting that being able to put Medusa in 1 after proccing the Lance is so huge for winning combats. And this Evil Eye is really putting in work now. Those Lance slays. Win a pretty close one there. Definitely not going to pass up the pair of shoulder fairies. I'm briefly considering this Oni Tyrant right now, but I don't think it fits the comp that well. I would rather just have some big, like, put more shoulder fairies on the board, basically. I would take more Baba Yagas if I had Horn of Olympus, which we pick up right now. The scaling can just get out of control once you have multiple Babas in the back row with Horn. Alright, and there's a triple for the fairy, so that's nice. That's going to be huge. And Lance is out of range of their first unit, so it's going to get to slay no matter what. Look at all that scaling. And all that econ. Like I could switch for the staff there and just like hunt for things, but I think I'm strong enough that I can keep the bounty board and just keep having huge grail turns. Like find Jormungand finally. There we go. We're gonna take another Baba now that we have Horn. Take another Baba. Ooh. And because I'm generating so much money with this bounty board, I am just gonna, I don't need to like hold on to my pairs. I can just find more pairs later. Spending money is kind of free, so. And yeah, with the one sleigh, or Jormungand's almost 1,000. They're gonna have to scam us pretty hard to beat that. Thinking about taking the Soul Tack, but I think I have enough redundancy in the back line that I don't really need it. Like if they Lightning Dragon away one of my Baba Yagas, like I'm fine. And the River Wish Mermaid I don't necessarily need on the back line because my first 2 units have Slay already. And at this point, we basically have Holy Grail, so we can just roll infinitely for exactly what we need. It's just like another Baba, maybe more Jormungand's. Outside of that, there's nothing really that appealing. I checked the Herc just to take the quest unit out of the pool. Opponents on Slay as well, but didn't quite find the same pieces that we did. Don't really have space on the board for another Jorm, so I just don't take it. I'm just pulling quest characters out of the pool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting like an Echo Wood, or more Shoulder Fairies, just because the Shoulder Fairies are so huge. Just an Echo Wood. Take a Soul Tack just in case. It's because there's nothing else that I'm really buying, so like I don't mind putting the utility of the Soul Tack on my board. And it looks like we might need it. This Doom Breath could take out, both Babas like that. It's definitely not ideal. Luckily we got this Slay off first, and the Jorm gets big enough that it doesn't matter. But that could be a problem if they were to get like Hermes Magic Beans or something like that, and just like outroll us for going first, take out our Babas. Then there's a potential that they could just scam us out, and we're only at 7, so we can't really afford to lose even one fight. So I am gonna put the Soul Tack in and make myself slightly weaker here, like my scale, or taking out scaling units basically, and just kind of relying on the base stats of my huge units right now, which should be enough to beat a scam comp like they have. Gotta take the obligatory, basically free Pigomorph every turn. And yeah, so I put the Soul Tack in, and I'm gonna put this Echo Wood in, but I forgot to move this Soul Tack over to protect the one unit I really needed it to, the Baba Yaga, but luckily we take out the Doom Breast before they get to attack, so it doesn't really matter too much. And from here, like, I don't think we have much to worry about. They'd have to have some incredible scam to get through all these stats. And our combat RNG is very good here, so we end up taking them down. Alright. So yeah, that was that. Thanks so much for watching. I would greatly appreciate it if you would leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of Sad Dracula, or yeah, as with any video, anything at all really. I respond to every comment, and I like hearing from you. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.